September is Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month.
And as some of you know, it's a cause that's personal for a face you see a lot right here on NBC News Daily. 9 years ago, CNBC's senior personal finance correspondent and our money expert, Sharon Epperson, had a brain aneurysm that ruptured. It led to a brain hemorrhage that nearly took her life.
Since her recovery, Sharon has made it her mission to raise awareness and funding for research into the medical condition. She recently raised more than $10,000 for the Brain Aneurysm Foundation through its New York City Run Walk. That money goes toward an annual grant, which is given to one recipient a year for research. And this year, it was awarded to Dr. Seon-Kyu Lee, who works at the medical center where Sharon was first treated. And we're so glad to say that Dr. Lee and Sharon are both joining us now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Sharon, I know this must feel sort of full circle life moment.
Amazing. I'm so grateful.
Just briefly, when did you finally realize you were in danger? Because I know it took a while.
Well, I finally realized that when I was in danger when I went to the hospital and they said they found bleeding on the brain. I had no reason to believe that was the reason why I had such a severe headache or the fact that I was going in and out of consciousness. I didn't know what was happening, but that is what happened.
So, Dr. Lee, let's bring you in. Walk us through what a brain aneurysm is. Like, what are the symptoms and what are some of the causes behind it?
The brain aneurysm is a weak spot on the wall of the brain artery, and it bulges out. So it looks like a berry or small balloon or even small teeny blister. But the problem of the brain aneurysm is actually can make a rupture. We call it a bleeding in the brain, which is life-threatening and potentially very serious consequences.
Yeah.
Sharon, you raise money every year, right, for the Brain Aneurysm Foundation, and the foundation just awarded Dr. Lee with a grant. A private funding is helping here. Talk about that. I know you want to talk about
It's so important because federal funding for brain aneurysm research is so limited. It's less than $3 a person that has a brain aneurysm per year. And so when you think about just donating $25 or having friends support you in a 5K race, like I did, it makes a big difference. And those small dollars can lead to big contributions in terms of research gains, like what Dr. Lee is studying.
So, Dr. Lee, can we talk a bit about the research you're doing? What is that going to look like? What are you hoping to find?
Yes, at this point, I'm interested in the vasospasm. The vasospasm is one of the consequences of the brain bleeding after brain aneurysm rupture, which is responsible for about 80% of the patient who develop the stroke after bleeding of the aneurysm. In fact, I want to emphasize people talking about stroke as blood clot, but actually having bleeding in the brain also called stroke. So those are the vasospasm have a multiple the factors involved who will develop and who can actually have a severe vasospasm, which ends up with a stroke. So, and
it's very scary. I went through the same thing, and I was remembering, thanks to my sister, who was one of my caregivers, helping me to remember that I was monitored for 10 days straight to see that if I would have this, because that could be a serious complication and a real setback. So having bleeding in your brain again is definitely not something that you want to happen. So having artificial intelligence, utilizing that to help figure out what complications could be there to make that happen, that's what Dr. Lee's research is. So to be able to help fund something that is actually going to save lives, like I know it will save lives because I know how important that monitoring was for me. It's an incredible, I'm just so grateful.
Yes,
so
one thing that I want to add is making the vasospasm and evaluating severity is actually having about more than 40 factors involved. And those all 40 factors interrelated and working together. And traditional way of analysis, we cannot come up with some conclusion, where the artificial intelligence can help us.
I see.
So don't be scared of AI. It's actually saving lives.
Because it can quickly evaluate those 40 factors, unlike maybe a doctor can, and that's
and ultimately you're trying to increase the data, the information, so more people can stay safe, like you did. Sharon Epperson, Dr. Seon-Kyu Lee, so good to have you both. Thank you.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.